My narc left me for dead. He left me with no drinks, no food, no water, no Ensure, no money, no meds because I still throw up every day, almost twice, already today, twice. I noticed I was in severe danger by this point looking at this one picture that's going to be coming up. And I got super scared and I started fighting for my health in every aspect. My mental health took a huge hit. My physical body was dead. I was falling all the time. My spirituality was growing, though. I started talking to the heavens. I remember my mom telling me to go to the hospital, that she would call me an ambulance. I said, "No, Mom." So I went to bed only to wake feeling different. I remember praying so hard for God to help me. That's when I realized the shit shape of my whole self. When I woke up, I didn't even know where I was and why I was here. That's how severe my narc took me down. I was playing Russian roulette every day of my life and didn't even know it for 2 years, not being able to figure out one thing. How could I? It was multiples of lies, one right after the other. And still, to this day, it's one right after the other, even though I went no contact. One by one, I am figuring out what remains to be true. Guess what? None of this was true. None. So I'm really hopeful to get my marriage annulled, as it was a lie as well. Sad reality, really. My weight started dropping way down, and to this date, my maximum weight loss is 100 pounds. Dress sizes from a size 18 to a 4, now an 8, I believe. I wasn't fed or offered drinks. I was left freaking dead. This time I wrote it down so I don't lose my words, because I kind of tend to lose my words. My narc just didn't give a crap, so I started walking, putting myself to bed, or outside. He never cared. Showers, impossible. It was on his time, his turf, after he had his 3 coffees, or his nap, or it was too late, or whatever. In this picture here, I don't even know who I am in half of these. They don't even look like me. Apparently, way back, I had what you call, I think it's called Akashic Records done a couple years ago, and it came out that I I felt abandoned at the age of 2. And I really haven't figured that out yet. And then I was also molested between the ages of 7 and 10. I found a picture not too long ago which stirred up some pretty bombarding thoughts of the man who molested me. We were at the CNE in Toronto, and I found a picture of myself sitting on the bench with this cowboy hat that had my name on it that he bought for me, because I also have the picture of him there with his mother and my mother. And that just made me literally throw up. I have reported it and will hopefully soon start working with a counselor to uncover and get that shit out of my cluttered head. It's destroying my thoughts. Leave me alone now, brain. My heart is shattered enough. I'm sorry this is all muddled together. It's just my brain and how it works. Now I'm literally trying to retrain my brain to remember, for example, keys, leash, smokes, dog bag, and so on. I have to learn to put them all in one spot, because when I don't remember where they are, and then I have to look for them, and it's frustrating, and it's also embarrassing. I was forgetting to even take my medications, my Zoloft. I started forgetting to eat and drink, and so I went without that. So at the end of it, I was suffering with malnourishment, and that's where my thoughts were going. Everybody said, "Oh, no, she's high on marijuana." No, I wasn't high on marijuana. I wasn't. I was being taken by a narcissist, and everything was a lie. Everything was a freaking lie. This here is when I was at Credit Valley Hospital. I'm still waiting to get in there. Anyhow, I've since definitely had my meds blistered, and I notice a big difference because now I'm getting that. I'm not falling as often because falling, I'm worried I was gonna break a bone or break my hip or hit my head. And a couple weeks ago, I literally passed out cold. Now this Bible here, I found this on the floor open to this, and I'm gonna yet to read it. I haven't yet because my eyes aren't in great focus. I actually think I put myself into serotonin overload by forgetting, because I forgot what time, what day it is, and so on. Every day just goes into the other. One night, today, it doesn't matter. This all started as a medical condition, as I was diagnosed with Helicobacter pylori the same month my dad passed away in December of 2014. I was treated for a condition of H. pylori, and I never told I had it. And it ripped through my body for 6 years, and I finally eradicated it in January of 2020. Anyhow, when I started to get very sick and I was throwing up every day, at that point, my narc was getting angry because he had to put money out on me, and he didn't like to have to put money out on me for anything unless he had a lot of money. There's my birthday. I don't even remember. He had money, it wasn't an issue, but when he had to put money out, it became an issue, and now I get it. I wasn't good enough for him anymore. So, anyways, this goof that I apparently married really knows absolutely nothing about love, true love, or whatever, because apparently you just forget about your spouse. You forget that she's sick. You forget to leave her some money. You run away, and then you still try and cause shit for the family. Come on, you took my mom too. She's 81. She did not deserve this. Now I have to work on trying to get her brain back. Hers. 81. I just want her to live a couple years of peace and quiet, enjoying her life. I have to fight for mine. I have to fight hard, and I'm still fighting hard. My spirituality is growing immensely. Immensely. And if it wasn't for Ariel and the three S's, Sheila, Sharon, and Sue. Wow, golden girls. I'm going to call them my golden girls. I started focusing on me dying, so I started putting myself into heaven. As you'll notice, I'm in a cloud with heaven and Jesus, and it's beautiful. And then I realized that by doing that, I was putting myself deeper into a depression and deeper into my health being absolutely horrible. So I had to kind of revamp and try and whatever. But anyhow, what I'm trying to say is I can make angel videos, and that's what I want to do in time. But for now, I have to heal because I have a long recovery. You can notice the flip-flop and the fluctuation of my weight through the huge mess ever since I said I do. I don't even remember celebrating 2 birthdays. This year was very vague, and only because I have a picture of my cake the narc bought for me. Imagine, he spent money on me. He bought me a cake. So he gives you everything he wants, takes everything he wants. I remember him being in my bed, and I remember him saying, I'm only here for COVID. I'm only here for COVID. And he wouldn't park in the parking spot. And I'm like, okay. Now I finally figured it out. He wouldn't park there because he didn't want anybody to know he was here, to tag him here. Because he went and bought a house 5 hours away. And when it came to doing the right thing and signing the right papers, because we're not even legally separated, he went on flight mode. He left me a note saying he was going to his sister's, and I haven't heard from him since. Who the hell does shit like that? Like, I don't get it, but I still believe, and I don't know why I do, that these people can change, but you know what? I don't think so. I really don't think they can. I thought he was going to crack a couple times after losing his father, and no, no, he still goes back to the same old, same old. And he's only hurting himself. He's not hurting me anymore. He's not. He can't hurt me anymore. He can't. He can't. I'm even going to be homeless for 30 days. And I'd rather be homeless and save my family, because my family has been destructed by this narcissist. He absolutely destroyed me. This is the night I had to surrender my dog. It was awful, and I think she knew. But I have her back now, and now I'm going to get the help that I finally need so that I can get back on track and I can live a full life. And maybe one day, maybe I'll meet somebody that will love me for who I am, because I'm an empath. I love people. I don't hate people. I don't wish any harm on any individual, any soul whatsoever. This is a feather that I found on one of my little walks, and I started even taking pictures of the pigeons because they're beautiful. Even though they're dirty, they're very beautiful. Here, I put makeup on one day. Anyways, it is what it is, and I'm going to get through this, and you guys have all helped me, and I'm really, really, really super thankful for all of you. This next picture coming up, I'm like a little afraid little girl here. I didn't even know what I was doing. I even forgot about my dad's grave. I completely didn't go for 2 years. Boy, did I feel shame. But I'm not ashamed anymore. I feel no shame. Now I need to get through the trauma and the drama and the bullshit and get on with my life and soar, just like my dad gave me that. Soar, Treva, and I'm going to soar. I'm going to soar higher than the mountains, and I'm going to move a mountain or two, maybe 3, because I'm going to raise awareness on what's happened to me so that it doesn't happen to one of your family members, because this is horrific. And my mom, just pray that I can get her back a little bit and get her mind back, because she's been quite traumatized too by the same narc that took me down. And he left his poor dog, and anyhow, I'm not going to sit here and bark on him anymore. He's got to live with what he's done, and I'm going to move forward, and I am, and I'm writing letters, and I'm getting supports, and I have mental health advocates and everything that I need right at my fingertips right now to be successful and to be able to live my life to the fullest. Hopefully the damage isn't permanent. Although I have ulcerative colitis, it is it's lifelong, and it is an autoimmune disorder, but it is treatable, and I just have to kind of pay attention to what I'm eating as well, because what I'm eating may not necessarily be the right things. So again, I have a dietitian I'm going to be working with, and Credit Valley Hospital, and this weekend I'm going to take maybe a little trip away. A couple days just to get out of here and see some new things, and you know, I got to find a place to live for a few days, 30 actually. And you know, this is shit that has happened to me, and I just need to get awareness out there. And when I'm done with all this and I start mending, you're not going to see this crap no more, because I am going to soar higher than the mountains, high like the sky where the heaven is, the beautiful heavens that has saved me through thick and thin, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. I meditate to peace. Sometimes it's minute by minute, and sometimes it's second by second, but I'm going to get through this by one day at a time, because I am a love of God. I am a child of God. I do believe that I deserve to be better, and I will, because now I don't have any more shame. I have a bruise here. It doesn't matter how I got it, but I'm not going to be slammed around either. How they say, how can you be happy and sad? There you go, happy and sad. God bless everybody. Love and